Hello, my name is Michael West, and on behalf of the CMMI Institute, I would like to present to you the 2018 Capability Challenge. A little bit about myself, your moderator. I'm a consultant and author of 2 books on process and performance improvement. I was the 2017 Capability Counts Conference Chair and Challenge Judge, and I have the honor this year of being the 2018 Capability Counts Program Executive. The Capability Challenge competition showcases thought leaders from around the world who are improving their business performance by building organizational capability. In 2017, last year, our winner was Prem Ranganath from Kintiles IMS. Prem's compelling story about the integrated process performance change with technology change, with cultural change, made him the winner. So we just want to recognize each year the prior year's winners. So congratulations again to Prem for his success last year. There are a couple of differences between the way we did the Capability Challenge in 2017 versus this year. Last year, all of the competitors presented in live webinars, and the audience voted immediately following each webinar. The winner of each round of competition and the final winner was selected by a combination of popular vote and the vote of 3 judges using defined criteria. This year, in the Capability Challenge in 2018, all challenge presentations will be recorded without a live audience. Once the videos are posted on the CMMI Institute's website, the community will have a set period of time to view them and vote for their favorite. Now let me tell you just a little bit about the voting. The 3 Capability Challenge finalists this year will be chosen via a combination of both audience vote and the judges' vote. The 3 finalists will compete against each other in the final round live at the Capability Counts Conference in Reston, Virginia in May. And I've got some more information for you about the conference at the end of today's challenge presentation. Now let me introduce you to the Capability Challenge panel of judges this year. Becky Fitzgerald is the Capability Counts Conference Chair for this year. She has extensive experience in healthcare, corporate consulting, academic environments. Becky is a certified CMMI lead appraiser and an enterprise data management expert with expertise in laboratory regulations, insurance, and government reimbursement, rules, code, and data set management, and transaction requirements. Becky has consulted with organizations globally in technology forecasting and adoption, workflows, value streams, and operations and business performance evolution. Our second judge this year is Michael Callahan. Michael Callahan is the president of Aegis.net Inc., and he was the winner of the very first Capability Challenge in 2016. He has served as sponsor of Aegis' 3 Scampi appraisals since 2009. And his hands-on approach to his company's process improvement initiatives was central to his winning the story in 2016. He is looking forward to applying the perspective of a successful appraisal sponsor to this year's entries, but most of all, to hearing more great stories of process improvement through CMMI adoption. And our third judge this year is Prem Ranganath. And Prem Ranganath, as I mentioned earlier, was the 2017 Capability Challenge winner. Prem is currently VP of Quality at Trilliant Networks. In this role, he's responsible for developing and implementing a comprehensive quality strategy for product engineering, covering people, process, tools, and enabling culture. He provides assurance that execution of the strategy leads to outcomes and unique experiences that support our customers and journey maps for smart grid, smart city, and Internet of Things applications. The panel of Capability Challenge judges will use criteria to judge the challenge presentations. The criteria are originality and innovativeness, credibility, the value to the conference attendees, presenters' qualities and presentation skills, and measured success from CMMI adoption. The judges have been provided detailed definitions for these judging criteria, and none of the 3 Capability Challenge judges have a relationship, either personal or professional, with any of the 2018 challenge competitors. And now at this point, I would like to introduce you to Nandini. Nandini heads Global Delivery Assurance for Global Logic. In her role, she is responsible for ensuring partner delight from engagement inception to closure, setting up frameworks to ensure predictable delivery at scale. Nandini coaches project and program managers on delivering the right product on time and with well-defined success parameters. Nandini spearheads the certification initiatives at Global Logic. Noida Center. Noida Center has been certified at CMMI Level 3 and is currently in the journey of continuous learning and improvement, moving towards CMMI Level 5. The Quality Management System has been certified ISO 9001-2008 and ISO 13485-2003, compliant under her astute leadership. And with that, I will turn it over to Nandini. Nandini, please tell us your capability challenge story.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thanks for selecting Global Logic Success Story as a semi-finalist. Yeah, so I'll start off with a brief about Global Logic. Global Logic has been in business since the year 2000. We are different from the other IT services firms as we are focused in the product engineering services space. Regarded as one of the leaders in this space. We work with every major industry to make amazing products and services for them. We connect the dots between people, products, and business opportunities. We help customers to bring their next generation digital products and services to the market, and we innovate with a digital mindset. We are global in more than name. We manage to tap the best talent from around the world because we have our delivery centers across the globe. India, Ukraine, Argentina, Slovakia, Croatia, Poland, US, Israel, and Canada. We have several certifications under our belt, CMMI Level 3, going for Level 5 in April 2018, ISO 9001-2008, ISO 13485-2003. We are going for 2016 in March, since we work a lot with Class 1 medical device software, and ISMS 27001 for the information security. I'll talk a little bit about the delivery assurance organization. As we are growing at a very fast pace, it's important to keep the engineering rigor and discipline intact while we grow. We need to be predictable as we scale, and I think that's what gave birth to the DA organization about a year back. What we did is we surveyed the entire organization on the delivery practices, the delivery methodology, the usage of the tools. We also took a hard look at the NPS, the Net Promoter Score. Basically, we heard the customer voice from the various touch points, and we knew exactly what we had to do. We knew that we had to start the engagement right, because well begun is hard. Delivery practices and methodology, governance, reporting, KPIs, SLAs, success criteria, measuring success criteria, and so on. As Peter Drucker said, you can't manage what you can't measure. Unless success is defined and tracked, we can't say whether we are on the path to success. So it is very important to define metrics and use that to get early warning signals for timely action, because nobody likes bad surprises. Bad news is fine as long as it is informed as it happens and is not delayed. And customers appreciate transparency, as no problem is big enough to be solved if it's acknowledged and timely actions are taken. Coaching, training, and enabling the project managers on the ground has been a big differentiator, because people do not like to be told what they need to do. They also expect some help on the ground in getting it done. So I think that's what the delivery assurance team has done for the delivery project managers on the ground. In spirit and letter, we have been very, very proactive in helping them get off the ground. Scrum and Kanban for incremental and continuous delivery. Key metrics such as velocity variance help in schedule prediction, sprint on sprint. Requirement discipline within a sprint is maintained with a metric called Requirement Stability Index. Although engagements follow lean processes, however, it is important to follow disciplined agile delivery, cannot take shortcuts or cut corners. Precisely the reason why measurement framework was designed for all variants of agile methodology. What we have is a system in place which enables sharing of the sprint data post every sprint and sharing of Kanban data at predefined intervals. And then we have an early warning system on top of this, which can be configured at an engagement level. Let's say for a particular engagement, velocity variance of 2% may be too high, and for another engagement, a velocity variance of 5% may be acceptable. And even multiple levels of alerts email configuration is possible. Let's say you have an escalation matrix and a chain. So we could design as 2%, 5%, 8% variance, and then the email alerts go as per the escalation mechanism and the matrix that is defined. So what is configured at an engagement level should be a function of the success criteria for that particular engagement. So it could be schedule variance for one, scope variance for another, velocity variance for the third engagement, or it could be a combination for all of these as well. So what are the lessons we learned? There is a very prevalent misconception that CMMI processes are time consuming and more suited for traditional methodologies like waterfall, and it does not apply to complex engagements such as digital transformation, a multi-vendor scenario, or teams which are using customer tools, or the teams which are located at customer location, or a combination of these. I think we managed to prove the skeptics wrong. We have a quality management system that has blended CMMI and Agile principles beautifully and allows for contextual application of processes, irrespective of the type of engagement, to deliver consistent output. I think the engineering rigor, discipline, rules of a development methodology, none of these can be forsaken, citing any reason whatsoever, as contextual process can always be applied, tailored specific to any engagement. The data collection should not be seen as a mechanical exercise, but to correlate and use it proactively. Because data is the engine, it keeps learning, and it becomes intelligent information that can be used for causal analysis and proactive actions before it becomes too late. Several metrics, I just wanted to give you one example, the requirement stability metrics, which looks at the changes introduced during the sprint, the story points which get added, modified, or deleted. This provides a good data point for the project manager to push back the product manager, and the product manager becomes cautious before introducing a change, and they do it only if it's absolutely unavoidable. So what are the results that we achieved? So I mentioned before that we conducted a survey on delivery practices, methodology, tools usage. What we did is we used the results of the survey to identify the process gaps and the tools usage at an engagement level. Then the delivery leaders were given targets to close the design gaps and for this cleanup activity. And I must say that the teams have covered a lot of ground in filling the process gaps and in using the tools the right way. That has helped in ease of metrics collection. And I'm very happy to say that we managed a big cultural shift in terms of engineering rigor and discipline, in terms of metrics, measurement, because the conversations that project managers have started to have with the customer stakeholders have become data-driven, have become very objective, which the customers are also appreciating. Because project managers, I just want to give you an example here. They use the requirement stability index to push back a product owner if they are introducing too many changes, instead of just simply pushing back saying, oh, you're introducing too many changes. And project managers have started to take charge, advising customers on the best practices, advising customers on processes to be applied, what is the most suitable development methodology, what would be the right metrics for this engagement, etc. And customers are loving this, because we have to understand that customers most of the times are not software experts, and they expect the vendors to guide them and take charge. And I must say the teams are doing this fantastically, much to the customer's delight. And an early warning system that is objective, data-driven, I think has been the biggest byproduct of the delivery assurance organization, and a fantastic tool for the executives, because executives are getting alerts that are system generated based on the project metrics. It is not based on the subjective assessment of a delivery manager or an account manager. And this kind of an early warning system enables the teams to come together and solve an issue before the situation gets out of control. And the most important result that we have managed to achieve is the Net Promoter Score. It is way above the industry average. It has improved considerably since the last 1 year. So between November 2016 to November 2017. See, meeting expectations is the basic hygiene, but I think going above and beyond, moving the needle from good to great, delighting the customer requires Global Logic to be at the top of the game, and I think we have accomplished that. Of course, the game now gets tougher because it's easy to get to the top, but tough to retain the spot, and that's what we aspire to do. And in the CMMI level 5 language, I would say we are looking for ways to continuously improve. Thank you for the opportunity to present, and I'll be happy to answer questions.
Thank you, Nandini. Fantastic challenge story. I do just have a couple of questions for you, or maybe just one question. In addition to the Net Promoter Score, what are some of the other performance measures or metrics that you've collected that showed your increase in capability? In other words, did you measure employee satisfaction, or did you measure on-time delivery, or what are some of the other metrics that indicate these fantastic results?
Sure. So there are many things that we did at an engagement level and some things that we did at an organization level. So at an organization level, definitely the employee satisfaction survey is something that we conducted, and to excellent results and improvement. And this requirement stability index, this is a new metric that we introduced, and the defect injection at a particular, which is the workflow stage or the software development lifecycle stage, which is introducing a defect injection. So these are some of the new metrics that we introduced, and customers are loving it because we are able to isolate the problem. And of course, at a organization level, the cost of quality, the review efficiency, the velocity variance, and all of that, because we did manage to build a beautiful few process performance models using review efficiency and all of that, which is giving us fantastic results.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Nandini. Listening audience, you'll need to attend the Capability Counts conference if you want to see the Capability Challenge finals that'll be conducted there. But more than that, the Capability Counts conference is the world's premier conference for all things process and performance improvement and capability. So please go out to the CMMI Institute, register if you know that you can attend. I guarantee you that you'll be going home with a lot of valuable information and valuable advice that will bring new capability and performance to your organizations. And with that, this concludes this 2018 Capability Challenge webinar.